out this a little earlier before we started recording, but relationships are all trial and error and finding out what works for you and what works for the other person. And, that's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes things work, sometimes they don't.
And like the biggest thing, I don't want to get choked up, but the biggest thing that I can say I took out of that relationship was that there were just a lot of things that even after years, like I was really scared to show to someone who, cared about me or who was willing to have that kind of relationship with me, just because, I've been through some shit and I know we all have, but there are obviously like skeletons in my closet that I've always been kind of scared of, because it's like you could think that the right person's come along, but then obviously you're scared that you show them that part of you and that it's going to be almost too much or they're not going to know how to handle it. But obviously I wish the situation was different. But I definitely think the biggest thing that I took from it is that like after years of trying to like get through some of the hardest times in my life, I found my way on the other side. And when I was able to like talk about that and open up about it, like I found someone that respected that appreciated those parts of me. And in return, it helped me appreciate and respect those parts of me too. And it kind of like in a way made me feel like less scared moving forward, into the next relationship when it comes time to have those kinds of conversations and like open myself up. And like that's something that I'm really appreciative of, because it just goes to show like the kind of relationship that we had and the kind of person that he is. And like I'm really grateful, because I feel like that came at a time in my life when I really needed it. And I think I found like this newfound sense of confidence, which in a way has like made it easier for me to get through this, because I know like I definitely took something away from it to where I just feel, I guess, more at peace with like who I am and with what I've been through. And like I'm just, really grateful for that, and like proud of myself too for like getting to that place, because I just know I really never thought that I would. And like that's something that I wish that I could tell like my younger self, like when I would just be like in bed, like not knowing how I was going to be able to get through another day. Like I wish I knew like 4 or 5 years from now that I would be on the other side of it and like be so happy and like be living in this city all on my own and like have like such a great group of friends. So I really empathize with like anyone who feels like they don't have that, because I think everyone deserves that. And regardless of whether or not you feel like you have that now, like just know that it will come in time. Because like I really do think that, everyone obviously out there deserves to feel valued. And I think like when you put in the work, then it opens yourself up to like obviously friends, partners, a whole ton of people that, in return will value you as well. So,
yeah, it's interesting how things get put in our lives and taken out of our lives, and weirdly teach us a lesson or teach us something about ourselves or make us realize something about ourselves that, in the moment it might not seem like it, but it is a really beneficial thing. And I think this is one of those times for you. I don't know what's going to happen in the future for you too, but regardless, right now, the situation that you're at, I don't have to repeat what you just said, but you are, you're doing well. And one of the things you texted me is you were just like, I feel like I've almost found myself again. And I feel like that was you realizing like, oh, wow, like I'm stronger than I think. And, you have this confidence in yourself that even though you have gone through a breakup, you're not like, I'm lesser than, or I did this or whatever. You're just like, it's just an amicable breakup. And that's what happens. Yeah. I know like with our past relationships, I think our mindset was like, what's wrong with me? Why did this end? What did I do? Like, how can I change? What won't I do again? And like, those are normal, like learning things. But, you're not thinking that now. And it's good because, there is nothing wrong with you and you didn't do anything wrong.